Yo, this DC, y'all, coming back at you. Me going into this segment with Big Q on the line, talking about this Janoris Jenkins story, part of our rapid fire segment, man. This is some sad and disheartening news. Obviously, Janoris Jenkins' brother, named as a person of interest, dead in what they're calling a dead body case. Dead body was found at Janoris Jenkins' house. His brother is an ex-con. He's been in and out of jail, Janoris Jenkins said, since he was 14 years old. His friend was 25, Roosevelt Rene, who's known as Trey Beats, I believe, was a music producer. Both of these guys lived in Janoris Jenkins' home. Janoris Jenkins was some miles away when this happened, as well as his brother, who went to jail maybe about 9 hours before the body was found, which I find extremely weird. He went to jail on a separate charge, which was of parole violation. And you have this, which they're handling as a homicide, and they're charging him with a possible aggravated manslaughter charge. It's extremely weird with the situation, and I guess our prayers can go with Janoris Jenkins, because you lose two people at the same time in two different ways. It's really crazy. There were reports of suspicious activity at the home before. I'm guessing earlier this week. They don't give an exact date. It was a 6-bedroom home. At the time, I said Janoris Jenkins wasn't there, but the other Jenkins, the brother, and Rene must have been staying there. So the police are holding him on this charge, and I guess Rene's death could have been a possible strangulation. So they're thinking he could have been suffocated or choked out. And apparently, William's record isn't doing anything to help him. He was busted in 2006, criminal sale of controlled narcotics, and sentenced to 3 years and 6 months in prison. He was busted again in April 2011, charged with criminal sale of controlled substances, criminal possession of controlled substances, 6 years in Livingston Correctional Facility. They didn't say what charge they picked him up on, but if I was a betting man, I would have to say it had something to do with controlled substances. Not to try to joke, but just saying. Hopefully, I hope that he's innocent and all of this is a misunderstanding. I really don't know what happened to Rene. Rest in peace to him. Shout out to his family. Maybe it was a freak accident. Maybe Williams killed him. I don't really know. This is a very weird story, and I'm sure Janoris Jenkins is not feeling too good about this. And going into the season, I don't know if this will be added motivation for him or possibly derail this season. What you thinking about this, Big Q?
Very, 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 very sad story, DC. Well reported story by you. Give the facts very well. But this is a very, very strange and disappointing and very sad story. Condolences to the Rene family. Of course, also condolences as well, because this was Janoris Jenkins' friend as well, who was living in the home with him and his brother. And of course, Janoris Jenkins he's in Florida. He's been in Florida since the end of Giant minicamp, and he's been advised by his lawyers to remain in Florida until, I guess, they get this situation resolved and see what's going on in his house. Very strange, very strange, very strange. The fact that, like was mentioned in the report, that they picked him up 300 miles away from the home. He meaning Janoris Jenkins' brother William. And it's obviously they're going to do an autopsy report and everything, and we'll get more information if they haven't already done it. Of course, they're not going to give us all of the details, because they're still pretty much investigating and finding out what happened in the home. Very strange, man. Very strange and very sad at the same time. So we just have to wait to see if any more details come out to get a more of a better view of what's going on here. Condolences to both the Rene family and also to Janoris Jenkins dealing with his family. Very sad, man.
Bit of a downer, man. I mean, you don't want to ever think about this. And it's just weird to be dealing this as a sports story, you know. It almost reminds me of stuff that goes on in the inner city. Senseless killings and senseless deaths. But this one is a little crazier. It's just weird, man. And I don't know how somebody ends up in a basement suffocated. And both of the people are 300 plus miles away. And one of them ends up being a suspect. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. Like the rest of y'all with this one, man, I'm waiting to see how it plays out. ESPN broke the story, and hopefully ESPN can find out a little bit more about what's going on with it, because this is a very interesting and perplexing story all at the same time, and they're calling it the dead body case, which I think is weird in itself. And you don't generally hear about people being found dead, suffocated in their homes on a daily basis. At least not
NFL stars, by the way.
Now, NFL players, you really don't hear that. So this is crazy. I'm at a loss for words on this one, my brother.
Well, I mean, I'm with you on that, man. And all I can say is that we can ask our commenters to help us out. What do you think happened? Drop some comments in the comment section. Tell me and DC here at the rapid fire segment what you think happened here in this situation. Is a clear-cut case of William Jenkins losing his temper and strangling Roosevelt Rene, who was 25 years old? Or is something else sinister going on here? Drop a comment, let us know what you think. Really interested to know what you guys think on that.
Definitely, most definitely. Y'all comments will be highly appreciated. We're going to go ahead and wrap this segment up. So until next time, peace out.
Peace.
What up, sports world? It's Big Q from the Sports Coma, representing the PRO Media Network, letting you know that the PRO Media Network is in a push now on a mission to gain 10,000 subs. That's right, 10K on the subs. And to help promote to get 10,000, the PRO Media Network is not only going to be doing the shows that you love so much about the Saints, Pelicans, or LSU, but also it'll expand out to bigger stories about the NFL, the NBA, and even include new content dealing with anime, gaming, and even movie reviews in an attempt to expand out its platform. So if you're a fan of the PRO Media Network, the Sports Coma, or the Pelican Post Game Report, and other podcasts made by the PRO Media Network, please join us in our efforts in our mission to get 10,000 subs. Share us with fans, share us with friends, share us with family members, and help the PRO Media Network gain 10,000 subs. Peace.